Hey minions, Jim here, and I'm excited to share 3 exciting announcements with you today. I hope that you've had a good summer. It's been really busy for me, largely because I've been working on some of the events that I'll be sharing with you today, and I'm excited to tell you about them. The first, if you haven't figured out based on the thumbnail, is that we're going to be doing a second day of Smashing. This is really exciting. It was a lot of fun. We had one back in March to raise money for charity, and we'll be doing it again. This time we're calling it Day of Smashing 2, the second one, and hopefully you get the reference. If not, I'm incredibly disappointed in you. It is going to be on Saturday, September 24th, starting at 8 a.m. in the Eastern time zone and running until 9 p.m. in the Eastern time zone. If you saw the first day of Smashing, you know how this is going to work. 12 hours, 12 games, 12 opponents, 1 bandit. This year, it will be largely the same, but with a few key differences. First, we'll be starting an hour earlier at 8 rather than 9 because we're going to be adding a 13th game, which I'll get to in a bit. I love all the people who participated last time, but I wanted to feature a mix of old and new players, so I randomly snapped half of them, and so we'll get 6 new players and 6 returning players, perfectly balanced just like Thanos would want it. And I look forward to the people who were part of the first one returning when we do Day of Smashing 3, if we have the chance to do that. The second difference is going to be the charity. I couldn't wait to do this again, but one of the things that I wanted to do for the second time going forward was to pick a cause that I'm personally passionate about, because I want this to feel like a reflection of, my values and where I really want to make a difference. There's plenty of deserving charities, but I wanted to make it be more meaningful by having it be something that I'm really passionate about. And the first charity that I've chosen as a result of that is called the National Alliance on Mental Illness, or NAMI for short. NAMI is really important because they focus on awareness and in some cases prevention of the full spectrum of mental illness, which is a very complicated topic that affects so many people, friends and family of pretty much everyone, unfortunately. And the reason why I like their efforts is because their spectrum is so wide. We tend to think of mental illness and mental health in terms of a few key categories, when in fact, there's numerous ones, some that we may not even be aware of or cognizant of. And NAMI does not do that. They're looking at everything. They're not putting one over the other. And they also make a distinction between chronic and non-chronic, the idea of there's a mental health episode versus a mental health condition. They focus on awareness, on prevention. They're a grassroots effort. Really excited to partner with them. And I'll have more details about the charity and the landing page next week, but I wanted to let you know because I'm excited that we have a real chance to make a difference, not only in someone's quality of life, but actually the continuation of that life in some cases. The next change that there's going to be is that it's going to include newer content. So it will still be a mix of old and new combos, but you'll have a chance to see some of the newer stuff, some of which has been spoiled on Crank It Up already, some of which has not. So in order to make sure that you don't miss anything, you'll want to watch every game because we have at least a few surprises that are planned for you. And especially if you see a match where it doesn't say who it is, it means it's something that you definitely want to check out. So that's the second change. The third change is why the time difference. We need an extra hour. Well, in the middle at 2 p.m., we're actually going to be taking a break and using it as an opportunity to do an Erudia showcase, which I'm really excited about. I'll be playing Katara, who is absolutely great. He knows the system pretty much better than, most people. And I'm really excited. I'm also really excited because it's going to be featuring one of the community content classes, the Gordians, so that people have a chance to see what it's like to play the role of a designer and have your ideas heard. This is something that we're really passionate about at Brigand Games, and it's a chance to see it in action. We'll have guest commentators who are also involved in the process, so everyone can see just how serious we are about including the ideas including other people's idea into our collective game. It's our community content initiative. As I said, really passionate. I could talk for hours about it, but I'm not going to. I just want to let you know that will happen, and that will be at 2 p.m. So that is why there's going to be a time difference. We'll have 6 games before, the big Erudia showcase, 6 games after, and I'm ready for all of it. The plan is to play Beryl early, so I'll get my losing out of the way, and then hopefully I can go on a run. I tried to make Kevin and Beryl be the first 2 games so that I could lose to both of them and then go. That's not going to happen, but, can I beat 10-2? The results don't matter. It's all about fun. I'll be playing to win everything, but I do have to acknowledge that, everyone did a great job, but I'm legally obligated to report that they both beat me, and that makes me upset. So that's the first announcement. Day of Smashing 2, the second one, mark your calendars. How can you help? There are a couple of big ways. First, look out for the charity landing page. I'll have more details on that next week. Second, share the event on social media. Don't assume that someone else is going to share it for you. The more people that we can get involved, the more eyes on it. It's better for the charity, it's better for the game, it's better for the channel. We could really use your support with this because we want to make it a community event with as much eyes as possible so that we can have the maximum impact in this area. The third thing is that we may actually need volunteers. Now, I don't know for certain if everyone who volunteers is going to get called upon. Basically, I loved the idea of the commentating, but we basically did it improvised. We didn't really have a schedule. It was who was available at the time. In order to make sure that there's going to be more coverage, we want to make sure that we can have enough people there. Because if you think about it, every game, one game requires 2 commentators because it's going to be teams of 2 that where no one's by themselves. That means more people. So if you have some interest, if you maybe wanted to be involved in the channel before, but you haven't had an opportunity and you would like talking about the games and watching them in real time, send me an email, send me a DM. I would love to have a chance to work with you. Again, I don't know how much help I'm going to need, but I'd rather have people on deck and not need them than the opposite, because we want to make sure that this is the best experience possible. No experience is necessary. Many people were doing this for the first time, and it's all about fun. It's just a chance to talk Smash Up and hang out with people and really just be a part of something that's really cool. I hope you have a chance to participate in that. First announcement down, let's move on to the second. So one of the great things about having the Erudia matchup at 2 o'clock is that it will be timed perfectly with the fact that I will be releasing the print and play demo version. Many people have had a chance to play the Tabletop Simulator version and they love it, and I love interacting with them, but not everybody has Tabletop Simulator. Well, this is a chance to play it yourself and print and play. There are going to be a lot of files because there's a lot of cards, but this way, if you don't have a computer, if you don't have Tabletop Simulator, you can try it out anyway, and I'd love to know what you think. I will have a link to the cards on the channel, and I'll make an announcement about that, but I want to let you know that in 2 weeks, you'll have a chance to try it yourself. So the third announcement, revolving the 10th anniversary edition. It occurred to me that the 10th anniversary is coming out on the 28th of October, which is a Friday. Friday is the day that we normally do the videos for Smash Up. Well, that seems like too good of an opportunity to pass up. So for that day, there probably won't be a video in the afternoon. Instead, we're going to have a celebration party live on the channel, and I want to invite people to be a part of it. What we're going to do is we're going to bring on as many guests as we can to just talk Smash Up for as long as we can. I have no idea how long it will be, when it will be. I only had this idea a couple of days ago and started talking to people about it. But we want this to be a big celebration of the game that we love, the game that we played for 10 years, and the game that we've grown with. So what do you want to see during this event? What are some of the topics? I'm expecting that we're probably going to talk about Titan inflation because of the Titans. And it's just easier to talk about that in real time with people rather than doing a video on it. But what are the things that you're interested in? Design principles, meta within the game, tier lists. Whatever the topic is, leave a comment. Let us know what you want to talk about and if you want to be a part of it. I really want to be able to feature as many people as possible, whether it's splitting up into time blocks, 4 people at a time, people are dropping in and out. I really want it to be a celebration of the community that we have, the game that we all enjoy playing, and just really have a way of celebrating the 10th year in a way that will be unique, fun, and most importantly, memorable. So those are the announcements. There's a lot of good things to look forward to on the channel. I hope that you enjoy it. The first up is going to be the Day of Smashing 2, the second one. Please be sure to keep an eye out for any future updates on the channel. And for now, let's shut it down. All right, minions, a deal is a deal. We raised over $1,300 in the first day of Smashing, so I'm gonna eat this pineapple pizza, and I have witnesses who can prove it. This is literally the death of my soul.